Hi everybody. I was just laughing with Mischief and Brooke in the background. I was laughing. I told them I said I was doing a little bit of research for a show that I'm wanting to work on that I'm wanting to do for like Monday. So anyway, I had really got into it and was really my hair's a mess, y'all. Doing a deep dive on it and something I don't know what happened. I heard a couple of notifications I think on my phone and I thought, why is my phone blowing up? And I looked at my watch and it was like 5 minutes to four, and I'm like, oh my God. So I had not gotten dressed. I did not have obviously any makeup on. I had not combed my hair, nothing. So y'all bear with me. This is rough. I am rough today. I did not brush my hair. I put a clippy in it. I'm still in the clothes that I slept in. We got this t-shirt on that I wear whenever I'm feeling like I need a little, uplifting. So maybe that'll help me after this. But anyway, y'all, oh my goodness, I gotta replug my. I'll be right back. I gotta plug this in or it'll die before we get done. I must have unplugged it when I was going a little crazy, y'all. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna do the whole tilt-a-whirl, and Susie's gonna bend down here and try to plug this in and not fall off my bed. How about that? We'll see how that works out. But anyway, I'm so excited, y'all. I'm really excited to hear this. Oh, oops. This part of Brooke's story, she says she is bringing the fun today, y'all. So we are not going to be as deep and dark as it has been. If it's dark and deep to us, can you imagine what it's like for her who's had to live it? Bless her heart, I'd love her. She's my adopted niece now. I have adopted her, and she is stuck with me for life. So I'm back. My bed's a mess. I'm a mess, but we're gonna get started, okay? Oh, lights help. Gosh. Oh my God. I mean, I'm only, you know, 5 minutes late getting started. Anyway, wow. Here we are again, everyone. Time for our final installment of our three-part little series with the lovely Brooke Elliott. My husband Mark, he actually asked me if I was going to have her just come on once a week and be a co-host. So I said, well, I'm probably not going to do that, but I'm trying to get her to do her own content. I think that she would be great at having her own channel and doing her own content, and I really want her to do that. So y'all get behind me on that one, if you will. Uh, we've covered her childhood and we've covered a lot of her adulthood. Now I want to hear about her present and her future. She's lived an amazing life already, and she isn't done yet, y'all, no matter what the doctors think. They've been known to be wrong, right? I think she has years, if not decades, left, y'all. So, as usual, welcome to the First Coffee with Susie Overholtz. We normally talk about anti-Scientology, as you know, but, we can't work to shut their asses down every single day. Sometimes we got to take a break and talk about some of our very own. And that's what I want to start doing, like at least once a week, is talking about our very own. We have memberships, super chats, and all those links available. But today, as with part one and two, if you feel inclined to super chat me, please send that to Brooke's links instead. Her links will be provided by my mods. And seriously, for today, if y'all are going to send any money to me, I mean, I'm not telling you to, but if you were going to, send it to her. Or if you just thought, well, I'll just do it to her. So, anyway, Brooke was if you don't know, she was recently burglarized, and all of her stuff was stolen by these dirty, rotten, nasty thieves, including her medical equipment that she needs to live, y'all. And it makes me sick. Eric Rader, former Scientologist and friend to this channel, and my harmless crush, started a campaign to help Brooke. And I jumped on board, y'all. I not just because it was Eric, but it didn't hurt any. But seriously, y'all, if you want to super chat me or anything, send it to her. Every dollar helps, just like every voice raises the volume, y'all. So let's get started. And oh, by the way, I'm not on my new laptop yet. I got everything loaded except for I got on this bin where I was just researching shows coming. I've got like four written up. So I got on this thing where I was doing that, and I didn't get my stuff that I need for YouTube and for you know StreamYard and all that. I didn't get all that loaded. So that'll be tomorrow. I'll have my new laptop up and running. But for now, let's just get started and everyone show some loves, put some hearts in the chat if you feel like it, for my newly adopted niece, Brooke Elliott. Hi, babe.
Hi, Auntie.
Yeah, hi, Auntie. Uh, I've been an aunt, but now I'm an auntie.
Yeah,
I like
that's
the
what we call
sound
it
of
up
it.
here.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But oh, I'm just gonna grab my coffee. Goodness, I'm ready to get started. I don't know about you, but I am gonna read some of the chat first so that I kind of get that out of the way because I tend to lose them if I don't check them to begin with. So we're going to get those and see what we've got, and then we're going to dive right in. But I wanted you to be here while I'm reading the chat, because in case they say
Yeah.
something to you. So anyway, Mischief Managed is saying hi, says beautiful Joel as always. Gary Mackey's here. Look at here, Brooke Elliott is here. Imagine that. Constance June, good to see you. Yeah, Joel does have the best words. Your mom is here. I'm gonna have to
Hi,
meet
Mommy.
her. We're gonna have to
Mm.
arrange for me to get to meet her, just just privately. And I don't know. I just feel. I mean, I'm part of the family for God's sakes. I ought to know your
Yeah,
mother.
Auntie. I mean, if you're not talking with your sister, we're going to have a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah. I already know how to talk to my brother, but I really need to start talking to my sister. Apparently. Anyway, a girl is here, or a girl is here. Gary
Mhm.
Mackey. I love Gary Mackey. Y'all don't make me cry again. There's lots of people here talking to each other. Susan P is here. People saying
Aw.
hi to your mom. Yeah, we'll be starting in just a few minutes because Susie's a bit late. I'm here now. Oh, Joe McCoy says this is worth the wait. Yes, Brooke is
Aw.
absolutely. I had to make her wait. That's terrible. Uh-oh, here we go. Joe McCoy. He's already said something. We'll see what he says. He's talking to your mother, and he says, welcome. We are all fond of Brooke. She is a wonderful
Mm.
person. I just hope that sharing her story lightens her load a bit. Don't we all? 100%, says Mischief Managed. Mischief
Mm.
also said she's a bit smelly. So apparently neither one
Oh,
of us
my
has had a
God.
shower, y'all.
I
How'd
just
you
had
know
one.
I'm smelly? I didn't say I was smelly. I just said that I hadn't gotten dressed. Oh, she's a little turd. Yes, we are sisters, Karen. Apparently we are sisters.
Yep.
Marilee's here, says she dropped out of Rabbit's chat because she didn't want to miss Susie and Brooke. Thank you so much. That's so kind.
Oh, wow.
Constance June apparently thinks I smell too because she said we don't have smell of this. I did put some perfume on and some lipstick and ran and grabbed my coffee, y'all. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
my
ready.
God.
I got coffee, lipstick, and perfume.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Gary Mackey says, dang, it's still in jail. I missed something. I don't know how he's in jail.
I think it's your bars behind you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're back here. My brother made this bed, y'all, and he made it, and he had a girlfriend at the time, and then later on they broke up. It's been a while, and he married, and his wife didn't want to sleep on the same bed. I said, "Well, get a different mattress," and she goes, "I don't want the whole damn bed." I'm like, "Well, I'll take it." It sits way high off the ground because he's like 6'4", 6'5", and all legs. And so I have to have a stool, one of those for handicapped people, to actually climb into the bed and
My
climb
goodness.
out without hurting myself. And a few nights ago, I was like tossing and turning in bed, and I fell off the bed, and it made quite the thump. And Mark was like, "Are you okay? Do we need to go to the hospital?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm just trying to get my ass up off this floor and climb back into this bed."
And you get one of those kid rails.
Yeah, apparently. Uh, okay, she's already got Brooke's Cash App up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Mary. She says that her daughter called 5 minutes before Susie started, and I actually told her I had to go and watch Susie.
Really?
No, you can talk to your daughter. It's not like it gets erased. You can catch it. Sweet though. I'm in a giggly mood today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's because I was like, "Holy cow!" There's Brooks PayPal, y'all. If you don't catch it when I pop it up there, or you don't catch it, when it first pops up, just scroll up in the chat and find those links. Yeah. There's another one. There's her wish list, her Amazon wish list, y'all. So, oh look, there's some hearts. A girl and Marilee both put hearts in the chat for you. They're sending you love.
Mm. And they're right back.
Yeah. Aw, Susan P. She made it to her sister. She said, "I just walked into my sister's house, drove 6 hours to watch Brooke." She had told
Oh.
me she didn't know she was going to make it to her sister's house in time, but she apparently did. But, sweetheart, if you need to visit with your sister, go do that. We'll be here on
We're
the
here.
replay, I promise. If you want to stay, you're more than welcome, obviously. But if you want to go, it's understood. Oh, Gary Mackey, thank you so much. He did give 5 more memberships to put first coffee. Y'all, I'm gonna schedule that Zoom coming up in about a week and a half for all the members. So if y'all want to get in on that Zoom, you're gonna have to be a member. That's the only thing really. That and a few emojis that my poor members get for being there with me. But I'm trying to find little things as little perks to give them because I mean, I want to give back.
Pretty sure you are
So,
our perk, but that's just me, Auntie.
oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, Karen, did I miss it? Yeah, your mom got a membership. Good. Yeah, we do have a trigger warning, y'all. It's not going to be real bad, but we just always throw up the trigger warning because you just never know. With this kind of a talk, with this kind of history, something could
Yeah,
just pop up. And so, even though we're planning to have a good time, it is still a serious subject. It's her life and her experiences, and we just don't know. Mr. Fanny says, "I don't get out of my pajamas unless I'm leaving my yard." And Marilee says that her daughter stays in her pajamas out shopping. I don't wear mine shopping, I will confess. I have become a huge fan of loungewear. They're not technically pajamas, y'all. You lounge in them. So I lounge in my car on the way to my doctor's appointment and lounge in the seats waiting for her or waiting for them to take blood or give me fluids or whatever they're going to do. And then I lounge myself to somewhere to eat. and then home. So I'm sitting down. Is that not,
We're
is that
gonna
not
have to word
lounging?
clear this.
Yeah, I'm about to word clear it. Does anybody want to word clear lounge? Because I might be in trouble. I might need some auditing to correct my problems. Mischief Managed is right. We have zero tolerance for jerkiness today. So if you want to act like a douche, take it to some other place because we are not going to put up with it. So Marilee says, well, since Mischief Managed is my sis, then Susie must be my sis as well. And that makes Brooke our niece. Well, if Karen is my sister, then she's one of your sisters too. So at least somewhere along there.
Family's so big.
I mean, this family's growing, y'all. We just all go. It's like some kind of commune we got going here. It's a viral commune.
This is
But
why I don't date in
anyway,
town, Auntie.
so yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna quit jabbering, y'all. I'm gonna quit jabbering, and we are gonna listen to what Brooke has got to say today. So you take it from here, sweetheart.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank Eric. You guys are both superheroes to me. To even just think that anybody wants to hear my story is huge. Um, and I've gotten pretty far from that. And I kind of wanted what I'd like to do is what I've done to my past is I see it like a book. And in order for me to close those chapters, I want to take you through how I close them. So
That's
I have
fine.
wrote something down and it kind of shows you how I think and how I take care of me. It might not work for
Yeah.
everybody else, but maybe it works for one. So I'm just going to read this. Okay. I've told my story not to gain fame or clout. I did this because I know life is short and I do not want any regrets. Hope floats. I believe that even though the dark I happened to see, all the light I knew existed. I'm not perfect by any means. I have made ill informed decisions. I held on to a lot of anger. The one thing I do not like is hate. I don't like the word. That word leads to extreme destruction of life. Hate is
Absolutely.
taught. I know this with the following proof. A young child is full of joy and love. They are not tainted by anything but their surroundings. I had all chances growing up to learn hate and how to use it. It was a tool in my father's toolbox, not just hate for others, but hate for myself. I had I had tried to end the suffering I was apparently causing my father. First time at 13. I tried using a cardboard pin to do it. I stopped because I couldn't get deep enough with the tack. I say this because hate can cause extreme measures in children. That can lead to destructive adults or adulthood. You know some of my story now. I may not be educated expert in psychology or the reasons people do people, but I have experienced hate on many levels. So I choose not to say it or use it to express myself. I won't be remembered as a girl that kept her mouth shut, and I'm okay with that. I decided that if I'm going to be treated like an option, I'm going to leave like a choice. Anger is a
Aw.
punishment we give to ourselves for someone else's mistakes. So, yes, I speak of my father in anger in this story of my life, but I don't hate him actually. I actually forgave him to let myself be healed, to protect my heart from hate. That doesn't mean I have any contact with him. It just means I learned more of who I am and whom I would choose to be. Love is a choice, so I choose love. There's an epitaph by Merritt Malloy, and the last line speaks to my life goal. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. That sounds like a world I would like to be a part of. To our community, whether they watch this or not, I cling to you. Even with all the negative, there are many that can peer through the dark and still know there is light out there. I am thankful for every interaction I have had in our community, and I know it will be a safe place for my mom when I do go. You will be able to give me away to her. That brings me joy. I believe in love. I do have a love. I have an Obim, and I am his Nakem. And my next big joy will be going to Africa. So I just wanted to read that just so I could show you how I close chapters.
What you going for?
Yeah.
So,
I'm speaking to my
hi, Mark.
husband. We're doing like sign language back and forth. She says, "Hi, Mark."
I understand your sign language.
Uh, he's like looking at me, going, "Aren't you going at 4?"
I'm
He
up
can't hear
nine.
it because of my earbuds.
Oh,
He
you're
can't hear it. Yeah, he's used to hearing
so,
me talk. So come in here and I'm silent. He's like, "Uh oh." So anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Didn't
no
mean to
worries.
interrupt you. That
No,
was
so that's how I close
beautiful.
things. That's how I see things. I think it was all a lesson, and I think I've learned. It took a lot of leading. I would
Yeah.
say, I stand on the shoulders of great people. And by that I mean I read a lot, and
Mhm.
I love people so much. Everybody has a story. I just want to know
That's,
everybody's story.
oh gosh, you're making me cry again. And I'm telling you, I have cried more on this chat the last few days. But good cries, good cries.
Mm. That's
But
because you got to feel love. We know when we feel love, it makes this really warm
absolutely.
feeling all
And
the
the
way
tears
down
just
us. Right?
come out.
Hmm.
I know. I just really, it's like I said, it's good tears. It's been good tears. I mean, it's been sad tears at times, but it's also been healing and just joy and love. Absolutely. So anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. And how do you want to
No.
talk about what's going on in your life now? Like, where do you want to
Yeah.
start?
So I am planning multiple things. Obviously, with the cop thing with my property.
Yeah.
Let me
Hmm.
tell you about my property and what I'm going to do, because I think
Absolutely.
that it makes a lot of joy for me. Because I had nothing and I bought this property as a restart. I mean, a complete restart. My aim is to
Yeah.
actually renovate the property and build from the property so that I'm not, there's no electrical. It's all solar. It's all generator. It's wind. I know all the wind turbines and how much wind I need up here.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
community gardens. It's 8 acres of property that I'm going to build by hand from the property and get the water from the property and all. So I don't want to be reliant on anything up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't want to be reliant on our system. And I think I can do that just with my thinker. Because like I
Yeah.
said, I like to take garbage and make it into cool things. So
Yeah.
that's what I was doing out there. And they just happened to take the heart of my property, which is the
The
very
solar.
expensive generating system, my solar. They put a hole in the side of the building. I had to get new lighting that was gifted. Thank you. Um, they took everything for like chopping wood and stuff. So that makes it a little harder to chop wood. I mean, I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. So I can't really
All
knock
this
down
while
a tree by myself.
you have MS. I mean, girl,
Yeah.
you are my
Yeah,
hero.
and MS is a pain. It's a real pain in the butt. And MS is different for every person. Most people don't realize that. Just like how all cancers are different,
Absolutely.
MS is different. And we have different degrees. And what we
Hmm.
should have found was in my childhood, but it's so easy to miss. It's so easy. And that's okay. It's not like right now what I do is my name is in there for multiple places to go out and figure out experimentally what would be good because I'm so different than most people with MS. And I don't
You are
believe, I know the
different.
doctors, right. And I believe the doctors, yeah. So they say April. Okay. So I'm not supposed to live past 42, but I'm not a Mattel doll. I don't have anything stamped on my butt. I'm not a Barbie. And I've already beaten cancer. Are you kidding me? I already survived
Yeah,
once.
I
So they
know.
can give me all they want. It doesn't mean I'm not mindful. It doesn't mean I don't feel the differences in my body and I don't experience bad days. I wear glasses when my headaches are so bad, it affects my vision. It's just I'm differently abled, not disabled. I just
Mhm.
do things differently.
Mhm. I had
So
a
that's
friend 5 year. expiration date, and that was 12, 13 years ago. I had a 5 year
Yes, ma'am.
expiration date, and I'm still going, and I'm still going to
Or
beat this one. So,
it's more
it's
like
tough.
oh yeah. Is that where you think I'm going to go? All right,
Yeah,
maybe. Because in
yeah.
my head, I'm thinking, boy, I need to run for presidency with Adam Carmona 2028. I have bigger pictures.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, so
So
anyway, I'm
there
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm also right. I'm also my next big plan is I'm not done traveling. I've been saving up to go to Africa. Um, there is an Ibu tribe there that I've fallen in love with, and
Oh,
they have been through genocides and like some crazy, crazy stuff, and they're still struggle to be in their country of Nigeria. They've been pushed out of their lands, and I connected with them, and I have been helping. And I'd like to go over and build a filtration system for their water to help lower malaria because their water is so bad, dense with malaria. It's getting into their food because you're watering your food, you're drinking it. So everything has malaria in it. My friend over there just ended up with typhoid.
oh
I
my
mean, these
goodness.
are things we don't think about because we're in a world where that's not an issue. So my aim
Hmm.
is to go over and show them how to make things from what's surrounding them. They already do a beautiful job with that. I just have techniques that I think I can help make it better. So I'd
Wow.
like to
You
do,
know, it's funny that, we're related and all. We're related somehow. But anyway, my plan before this whole latest cancer was I was going to Uganda and as a missionary and gonna um, help the women, there, like learning different things and with hygiene and just whatever, just a lot of stuff and education and everything. So it's funny that we've now met and you're wanting to do this and I was going to do that. And it's still a dream. I might still get to do it. It's just I got to get my health in order first. Because right
of
now I can't
course,
very well do chemo in Uganda. So,
right. And that's my aim
so
too. It's not that I feel like I'm trying to do it before anything gets worse. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I've been saving. My aim is to save like about 10,000 to do it.
Hmm.
And I actually have friends overseas that have been helping me save for that,
Oh,
for just that specific trip in
that's
Nigeria
amazing.
from the Ibu
Yeah.
tribe. And that just to me, just they struggle for food. I mean, things that are basic for us, food, water, shelter, their safety. We don't do that. It's not like we can't wake up and be like, oh, I need something to eat, and there's nothing in the house, or you have to figure
Yeah.
out how to get money. And I mean, they work for like $1 a week or
Yeah.
$10 a month, which how do you survive? So I always think I should be able to pay it forward.
Yeah.
And
I understand what
I
you're
build. I'm a creator, not a destroyer. So
saying.
that's that's my flip. Instead of being the destroyer, I want to create, and I'm going to create love, happiness, family, wherever I go.
Yeah. Aw, you're so sweet. I wish you all the luck in the world in getting that trip a reality. I want that trip to be a reality.
Oh, well, I'm going to go online when I go over because Scientology, I have been warning them now. I've been like, have you seen
Yeah.
any of these churches? Have you seen this? Here's some information. They're going to infiltrate. Here's some groups. Look for this. Here's some wording. I mean, we've been a part of this group for how long?
Hmm.
So I'm
They
we're
like to
full of
go over to
information.
Scientology likes to go over to that sort of a thing and adopt the children. And a lot of
Yes.
these parents, they live in such poverty that they think that it's like a blessing, that this church is going to take care of their
Right.
child and give them a better life than what they could and they'd be safe and all that. But it's
It,
Scientology.
have we learned our lesson? Didn't we already go through this in our history with
Yeah,
taking people from another country and bringing them here?
yeah,
Did we not learn our lesson
absolutely.
yet?
I
History
know.
repeats itself. We need to be able to stop this. I will
Absolutely.
see
That
it.
is my
We'll see it
goal.
fall. We'll see it fall.
You get fall. That's right. In our lifetime.
Mhm.
uh, yeah. Anyway, so go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep
So
interrupting you.
no, this is a conversation with my auntie. I expect to have questions. So while we're waiting, the police are supposed to come by today. The investigators coming by. We have some information. I can't obviously go in because the
Yeah.
investigation's still ongoing.
Absolutely.
But we may have a lead, and it seems like it's not just one person, it was multiples of us got hit. They A
Wow.
gentleman even had to go get his tractor out of the repo. He had to pay
Oh
it to
my
get it out of
goodness.
repo because they found it. So they have enough leads. I think I should be. They just think that because my stuff is a lot smaller, it was a lot easier to move out.
Hmm.
They're going to see what they can get out of that. But and a lot of the people that are in our chat have been helping me figuring out organizations to go through.
Hmm.
So I've got a lot of support from this,
That
and
is
I couldn't be
amazing.
happier.
That is
It's been nice.
amazing.
It's been nice, and so I just want to make sure everybody knows I'm good. I'm in my fun little house. My dog is snoring in the corner. I'm in a great little
Yeah.
section. I live with like a bunch of old people, and I love that more than anything. I hit on the old man down the way. He's like 98.
Said the other
It's
day.
the funniest thing.
Mm.
I can't help it. He's just so funny. He's just like, oh boy, with his walker, and I'm like, oh, Brad Pitt. Yesterday, I was like, look at you in those shorts. If I only had some dollar bills. He's like,
Oh
oh
my
no,
goodness.
you put them away. They
I
get
bet
a
that
big
makes
hoot
them
out of
go
it.
though. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, and they don't get a lot of visitors here, so I make my
Yeah, that ain't that
rounds, and
bad.
I adopted all of them. I call my best friend down here. Her name is Candy. Oh my god, I love her to pieces. We pretty much figure if we're going to jail, we're going to jail together. Now you can ask her anything about Scientology. She knows. We talk
Yeah.
about our rights. It's
Oh
we're wild. We're wild.
yeah. One of my daughters, bless her heart, Megan, the oldest one, she knows all about Scientology because she was the one that was having to take me back and forth to the doctor most of the time. And she took me back and forth to radiation, which was daily. And so all the way, an hour to Tulsa and an hour back, and probably an hour during lunch, all I did was tell her all about Scientology. So, anyway.
You know what's even cooler is that because I like languages so much, it was like a challenge to learn another language. And I think that that's also been a way that second gen's been able to communicate with us as well because we're learning their lingual. And yes, I get it's not as fluent as their community would be, but so
Mhm.
that they feel comfortable within that because it's something they learned. You can't just weld it away. I mean, there's things that I've learned that I can't take away from because I do utilize things that I did learn, even by my father. There's certain things I will take what's good to use it for my benefit. So I think that if second gens can do that, why can't we help to learn their language and be like, okay, let's communicate better? To
Mhm.
me, I think it's just what we do. We learn to communicate better.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, how is your health doing?
Okay. It goes through periods. Like, some
Mhm.
days I have enough energy that I'm pretty sure I could swim the Atlantic Ocean. Other days it feels like I can't wake up.
Mhm.
It's an ebb and flow nonstop. Um, there's no changing. I can't stop the lesions in my brain. I can't stop the lesion. I can't stop the degradation. I have extreme cough spells because
Mhm.
what's going to happen, this is the hard part, is that when I do pass, I'm going to drown in my body. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to completely fill with fluid. Yeah, sounds fun. Not, but here's the thing. It's not happened. It hasn't happened yet. I'm still here. possible for cures. And as much as we all hated COVID, and you know how much I do not like that word, as much as we
Mhm.
do not like COVID, it has actually brought a lot of information to
Mhm.
the MS community. And that is really important for me. And so I am doing experimental. I did it once. I
Yeah.
do a lot of research. So let's see. Maybe I can kick MS in the butt and say, what's next?
Yeah. Mm. Wow. I think if anybody can, it'll be you. I think if anybody could, it would be my niece.
Of course. That's nepotism, though, but that's okay.
Yeah. Oh well. So, you're going to go to Africa. You're going to
Heck
be
yeah.
MS. You're going to live a long life.
Hmm.
So, what about love? Any love on the horizon?
I I'm not going
Or
to
are you
delve
still
too deep
hanging
into
on
that,
to
but
it?
I do have an OBIM, and if you don't know the word,
Yeah,
good luck. uh, I do have a love. I did find love even being sick,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they do know what's going on, and they
yeah,
still, it's a different type of love than I've ever had, and my mom knows him, and our
yeah,
families know each other, and we're still slowly, we're not married
yeah,
or anything like that,
yeah.
but I've been taking it slow.
With just somebody. I
Right.
think it's
I
great
want
to
to
have
build
somebody.
for me first. Yeah, and that's what I want, is it's not just that I love having friends, because I do. I adore
Yeah,
them. All of them.
well,
It's
yeah,
different when it's somebody that you're expressing that intimate motion with, when you lay down with
absolutely.
them, that you're completely open. And
Hmm.
with these videos, it got us into another section of our relationship, so that,
Cool.
you know, so he could understand who I am, where I'm coming from, that he remember,
Mhm.
so
That's
yeah,
amazing.
there's
I
somebody
didn't mean
there.
to, you know, pry, but I was like, oh,
Oh,
she's got her little honey.
Auntie
Ain't nothing
Susie, we
wrong.
know how the family works. No, you're
Yeah,
gonna ask these
I'm gonna
questions.
ask the question. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask them.
That's
So,
fine.
another thing I don't remember asking, but it seems like I know. But you don't have any siblings, do you? Or do you
I
have
do.
siblings? You do. For some
I
reason,
have a
I thought
little
you didn't
brother.
have siblings. Oh
Yep,
yeah, I
I spoke
remember.
about him,
I
and
remember.
yeah,
I remember now.
I call him I call him my little brother, but that's using the term loosely. He's 6'8". He's not a
Mhm.
little one. I'm 5'10", but he's ginormous. And my poor mother, who's 5 foot, has had to deal with us giants for her whole life.
I remember you talking about him now. I don't know why. I was just like completely brain
Yeah, I
fogging
figured
on
if he's the one I figured that's going to write the story, because
him.
I'm curious on his outtake of our life,
Yeah,
and I just let him do what he does, and
yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's
I try
cool.
not to say a lot about him, just that how much I love him, adore
Yeah,
him,
no,
and
I know. Yeah, I understand.
I'm building my property for him and my mom, and there's some people I have in mind that are going to have their own space and their own freedom, that's
It's amazing.
self-sufficient. That's really what I want to pass on, is being a
Yeah.
blessing to my mom, being a blessing to my
Aw,
family, being a blessing to
so
my friends.
sweet. You are the. I'm gonna cry again, you guys. I don't know. I'm like giggly and crying all at the same time today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not drunk. I promise. I've not had anything alcoholic or anything else. not that either are. Not that either are. Beyond me. But today I'm completely. This is
A
me.
special drink in your coffee cup. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Everyone, it's an energy thing, but I don't know if it works. I drank one earlier, and literally 10 minutes later, I was sawing logs asleep. And I'm like, I'm going to write to Starbucks and say, this double shot energy thing gave me the energy to lay
Baloney.
my house down and go to sleep. That's all it did.
I quickly fell asleep. Thanks.
Thank you. I was very energetically asleep. Honestly, ugh. So I'm going to go ahead, if you don't mind, and read a little bit of what the chat has to say, and then we can just
I
kind of
am
pop back
so
and
ready.
forth if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Okay. So your mom says thank you so very much.
Mm.
So she's a sweetheart. I just already love her and don't even know her yet. I'm trying to figure out where I was at. Oh yeah. Mischief Managed says that we are all moving to the family property in Oklahoma.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's
Well,
168.
the other family property will be up here in New York. So,
Well, it would
just in
be,
case.
we
We
can
can
winter
summer that
somewhere and
right.
summer, you know, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna have to buy a bigger
More
pool.
snowbirding.
Yeah,
Snowbirding.
I mean, my
Yes.
pool's only like 24 foot wide. I'm gonna have to go for the like 50 foot wide one so that we can have all this family with all these floaties, 'cause I mean, we can fit bodies, but when you get these big floaties like I like, we're gonna have the bigger pool.
But yeah,
I'll get
the
Mark
whole
on that.
pool is just gonna have to be a big old floaty.
Yeah, just put one of those great big ones in it, and everybody just pile on.
Family
Uh,
floaty.
yeah, I'll get Mark on that one. I'll be like going, okay, gonna have to build a bigger pool. Sunrise Dawn is here. She was a little bit late, but she's catching up on 2X. And she says, ironically, she was late because she was watching part 2 on the replay. So we'll forgive her. She's
Yeah,
getting the
sorry, that was a hard one.
big
So this will be a
dose.
lot easier.
Yeah, she might need the giggles after that one because that one was intense. Yes, Marilee says your Auntie Marilee says that Brooke really needs to write a book. But if your brother's going to do that, he could do it too. You could co-write it.
It seems like such a daunting task, and I don't even know
I
who's gonna read it.
bet you a
That's
lot of
always
people
always
would. I mean, know, I bet a lot of people would because those kind of books really seem to do well. I read them all. I read more life story type books of people that I've never even heard of, and some that I have, obviously. But I like those better than anything else. I just like it. I am already getting a message from Mischief Man is need to move along. She's like,
yeah.
wind
She's
it
the
up,
one who's gonna
girl.
be
Get
jumping
going.
on our family floaty.
I,
She's gonna jump
I
in and kick us
know.
all.
We'll be trying. Yeah, we'll be laying there trying to sun. She'll be jumping up and down in the middle, going 15 minutes, 15 minutes. You got to roll over. We'll be rolling over, all right, over into the water. Ugh.
Oh my goodness, I love it so much.
Oh. Constance June says, Brooke, your compassion and words with everything in your life speaks volumes to your character. You are a great friend to Eric and to the community. Absolutely.
Oh,
Um,
thank you, Constance. June. Jeez, that's so nice.
and you could do worse than having Eric as a friend. He is so sweet. I just
I
want
love
to
Eric.
snuggle him. It's like I
Yeah.
just want him to be like my brother or something. I just want him to be in the family.
Right.
We're just gonna bring him in the family too. We need a brother. We just bring him into.
You
He can come live
you
in
can't bring him
Oklahoma.
into the family, Susie. We're not that kind of family.
Oh,
Little not.
okay. Okay.
He
Hmm.
can be the friend of our brother.
Okay. Yeah, he can be like our. We'll have to get another brother, and then he can be like the best friend of the brother that we all get to snuggle on, just for general
Right.
purposes.
Right. He's
Yeah. Okay. I'm
right.
okay with that.
Here's your purpose.
Now we just got to figure out the brother. I guess we could have like Gary Mackey or Joel McCoy or something could be a brother or something, an uncle
Right.
or something. Karen says, your mommy says, Brooke, I love you so much. Aw.
I
Marilee
love
says,
you too,
don't,
Mommy.
Susie, now I'm tearing up. Joel McCoy, here we go. Love is the
Here it
brightest
comes.
light. Yeah, the warmest flame. Without it, there is darkness and cold. If you spread love, the person who benefits the most is you. Isn't that the truth? Because even when you do kind things for people, I don't know, but when I do something kind for somebody, I feel great about it. Like, I don't feel like, I'm so important. I did this kind thing. That's not what I mean. But I mean, it feels good. Gifting is my what do they call it? My love, whatever they call it.
I call it my
It's
heart
what I
song.
do. Yeah, I am a gifter. If if I can do it, I gift to everybody. I'm always like trying to find somebody to give something to. And Christmas
Hmm.
is berserk around here because I gift to everybody and too many things. But to me, it's like I just am so filled with joy watching somebody get something that they need or want,
Yeah.
regardless of where it came from. But when it's from
Yeah.
me, it even doubles it up. It just feels good to give somebody something. So he is right. Giving
I
love
think Joel McCoy
is the
should be my
brightest.
ghostwriter, and he can just take my story and write it. It's
I know,
daunting
right?
to think about writing. I'd just be like, Joel, oh, Papa Joel.
Oh, yeah, I'll make a bunch of recordings, and you just write it. You just write
Yeah,
what I said. Oh,
go to
she's
town.
gonna bring your mom's gonna bring the chainsaw to this family
Yeah,
project that we're gonna have. Mischief Man is gonna bring chickens. Your mom says yes, fresh eggs. We have fresh eggs now. Mark
I
goes out
love
and
chicken.
feeds the chickens and collects our eggs every day, and we eat them a lot. I love fresh eggs. I can't hardly stand to eat the store bought ones anymore. They just don't taste as good. But yeah, we will have
My
chickens. I
mom told me
guarantee
I
you.
can't call mine chicken nuggets, but I said, makes sense to me though.
Hmm, your mom says we need a porch. Sweetheart, I have about an 80-foot porch that wraps around the front and one side of my house. So we got the porch covered. And it's got
I
different
designed
sections
one.
of different furniture. Like, this is where
Yeah.
I sit and have my coffee. This is where the kids can play. This is where I sit and watch the birds because it's got a perfect view of where my hummingbirds always fly. This is where the guys can sit because it's on the opposite end of where the girls are going to sit. We don't have to listen to their whatever they're doing, whatever they're talking about,
While we're
sports and all that
cooking
kind of
and
stuff.
doing whatever they're doing. Right.
Yeah, they're doing what we're on opposite ends. So, yeah. And then we have like the greeting area at the very first part of the porch where, like, that's where my packages all come to. That's where you know, I chase off any kind of people trying to sell me stuff and, all that kind of deal. I say greeting, but it's not really too much of I greet the UPS man the
Right.
FedEx man and all them, but I don't
Right.
greet the others. But yeah. Oh
She's
goodness.
saying that because we're building. I'm built. I drew out a porch. I had a dream about a porch, and it's bigger than the house. But during the
Mhm.
winter, I have a double pergola on each side that will swing down, that I can close up in the centerpiece to walk into the house. But when those suns back out, I want to be able to move the pergola back out. So it's a condensing porch that will have a bake
Yeah.
out front. I was making a pizza oven and a grill top with
Oh,
a roll down grill because we like to make mom and I make a lot of homemade foods. And
yeah.
we actually are my favorite thing is my property has natural growing rhubarb and strawberries and blackberries and
Oh,
raspberries. So I have everything I have is like right there. Mom and I always made dandelion teas and we go get
mhm.
wild lettuce, and so I eat from the land, quite honestly. So that's why
Yeah. We
tons of
have got
mushrooms.
a crazy amount of wild um garlic this year. It's a
Ooh.
crazy amount of it.
Ooh.
I know.
Yeah, my mom did a whole bunch this year.
And my granddaughter, she goes, "I love your pretty flowers," and it's the wild garlic that's out there. And I said, "I love them too because they are pollinating more wild garlic." uh,
That's
So
cute.
anyway, Mischief Managed says that she can help with wiring, but your mom says that they took all the wires. Oh, I just want to go strangle some thieves. So you have to start
Yeah.
over, but that's fine because Mischief Managed will do that. And my son-in-law's real good with wiring too, so we will start over if we have to.
But see,
Oh,
I do water. I don't try the wiring.
yeah, yeah,
Plumbing doesn't touch wiring.
yeah. Mm. I'm more the artistic end of it, y'all. I'm not real good with any of that stuff. I'm good at mowing, weed eating, planting stuff, growing things, or arts. That's it. I don't do building. It would be terrible. Oh, I don't recognize this name, but Susie Alt says, Dear Brooke, I hope there will be good news for you. We all do. Susie, thanks for being here, and I hope that if I've just somehow forgotten your name, I apologize. I blame it. I
I'm
blame
very
everything
familiar
on the
with Susie
chemo.
Alt. Yeah, she's a lot in Eric Raiders. She's in our chats quite often. A lot of
I
the names I
remember
know.
the name, I just don't remember seeing it here. But I mean, the name is
Oh,
familiar, but I just didn't remember seeing it here. But that's so good. Aw, a girl says, "Thank you for doing this for Brooke, Susie." Oh no, no, I did it for, well, I did it for Brooke, but I don't deserve any thank you. Ooh,
malarkey.
Marilee says that she has wild oregano.
Ooh,
Boy, yeah, we could just like, I'll send y'all some garlic. You could send me some oregano. You could send me some dandelion tea. We'll just like everybody just start shipping people stuff.
right. When I head over to Africa, I'll get some cassava and we'll make some
Yeah.
ibu and yeah, a goose
Uh,
soup. I can't wait to try all the
I
food
just
over there.
cannot imagine. Oh, I know. Me too. Oh, I would love it. Oh, La
I'm a
Chameleon is
foodie
here.
at
Says
heart.
she'll be heading back to the beginning. She's sending prayers to anyone that needs them today.
Very
Oh,
lovely person.
sweet. Yeah, yeah. We've got some of the loveliest people in here. I'm telling you. I say it all the time, but I don't think people realize that I am not just like blowing smoke. I think that this chat and this group, this whole channel, has the absolute best people on it. Like, I'm just like, we very seldom ever have a troll. I saw one that was on here just a minute ago, just one little comment, and it was gone really quick because my mods are lightning fast. But it wasn't about you. But anyway, this channel, and we just keep adding people to it. Like now, your mom's
Yeah.
even a member. So
Yeah, I love that more than anything. I love that she's a member.
I do
I
too.
spread her around our little family of people. I'm like, here, mom,
Yeah,
here, mom,
yeah,
here, mom. I make her sit down and watch with me. I'm like, oh, did you see this? Yeah. You'll love
yeah.
this person. Like, you know what I mean?
I wish my
So I
mom
know
was
she'll
alive.
connect
She would
with
love this
you.
community.
I'm
I wish
sorry.
she.
But don't forget,
Uh,
she's all around. That's what I think of
oh
Taylor.
yeah,
I sent you a
yeah.
picture that I told you with the hummingbirds. I
Mhm,
hold them. They just
mhm.
come and sit in my hand.
Isn't that something? It is
Now I've got
something.
tons of pictures of it for proof. To me, I
Yeah.
think they are here. So they will show up in your life, especially when you need them. And I talk.
You
I
know,
just talk out loud.
my mom told us that she would send us dimes, and that if we found random dimes laying around, that they were from her. And I have found more dimes where I absolutely know they were not there just moments before.
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely know. And then I found some, when you get out of the car and like you find a penny, but mine are always dimes. I found a penny yesterday and I was in shock. I was like, this is like the first penny I have found in several years. It's always
Mhm.
dimes. And so I believe she sends them to me. I believe in all kinds of stuff that people probably think I'm crazy about, but I believe in it. I believe it's the power of love. And
You got it right there.
you
Keyword.
know, as Mischief Man is, oh, yeah, look at the time. Well, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Because we've got a few minutes. We can still talk about it.
Other than I am just so thankful. I want to really just make sure y'all know how much it means to me. The kind
Mhm.
words, the reaching out, the anybody who sent me any monetary help. Thank you. I
Yeah.
have made purchases with that monetary stuff to replace some items. And my mom will be
Yeah.
coming back up. And so hopefully I will have at least one whole generator. And
Oh
I
wow.
had somebody who dropped off 2 panels to hook. So let's see if I can find some cord and at least have a whole generator to start with. So building
Yeah.
blocks are building blocks.
Absolutely. I
Other
that just makes my day. I am so excited, and I hope that you'll get even more monetary. Um. Hmm. Anyway. I hope
stumps.
you'll get even more monetary help. I looked at a private chat and it confused me for a minute, and then I thought, oh, okay, I know what it says now. So
Oh,
yeah, apparently we had two little trolley trolls, but they got their little butts booted. Oh, Marilee says that they don't have pennies in Canada. I did not know that.
mm, yep.
Hmm.
In Germany, like the German money back before, it's all changed. Euros are completely different than Deutschmarks. And so
Hmm.
everywhere I've gone, I've collected money from all over just because I think it's cool. And
I
there's
do
a bunch
too.
of them, like the smallest coin, the smallest penny in the UK. I swear, in Germany was so small it looked like the top of a pencil eraser. It was so
Oh
tiny,
my
and you
goodness.
just yeah, and that's just one, of course. So I mean, things are still half coins in some places. So I always find it so interesting. Money,
Yeah, I do too.
God can't live without it, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Your mom says pull, and she says, "How about Susie Peas?" And she says Peas. So that's
Oh, she
cute.
wants to come down in your pool.
Yeah, she's welcome. Yeah, I just think this is funny. Oh dear, look at the time. I'm putting that one back up there so I don't forget. I'll get sidetracked and be off on some other tangent for something. Well, if that's all you have to say today, I'm going to go ahead and close out. But I want you to know you are welcome here anytime. Anytime. If you have anything to say as you get news and progress on getting your home back together, I'd love to have you on, even if it's just for a few minutes, just to, kind of give us an update with what's going on as you start really making your plans for Africa, which I'm completely jealous about. I want to know about that too. And I think that everybody would love it. And so if you just want to pop on every once in a while, please do. You can have a link to my channel anytime you want it, even if you just want to come on in the middle of some conversation. So
I'll come on
anytime
in
you want
PJs.
to.
We'll hang out with PJs on,
Yeah,
or
we
excuse
ought
me,
to do that. We should have a
loungewear.
PJ party. Yeah, loungewear. I don't do PJs, which I do. There's a pair laying over there that I'm really considering a shower and PJs before about 6 o'clock, which would be kind of,
Guys, Auntie Susie's a little bougie.
yeah, a little bougie and a little boozy. Not so far, but give me time. I'd probably be here in a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to let all of you go, and I'm just so happy that you're doing well, that people are contributing to you. It makes my day. I knew they
It's
would, but it makes my day. I'm so glad that I've now got you as family and your mom, and we're just like growing this family like crazy. I mean, it is. It's going to turn into instead of a channel, we're going to start calling it a commune because they're
oh
just
boy.
all family. So anyway,
Well, we got
I'm gonna
oregano. We're good. And garlic.
yeah, and garlic. We got oregano and garlic. I don't know about y'all, but I am an Italian freak. I can really, really go with some food. Oh, we got to read this one real quick. It's Joel says, I have really enjoyed being with you all today. I am glad to be part of this group. We as a unit are all good folks. See you down the road. Looking forward to it. Isn't that so sweet? He just like him and I swear him and Blake. There's several. There's
Oh,
4 or 5 on here that just have got the words. They just bring the words.
Gary, Maggie, there's
Yes,
A Girl, Susan P. I mean, there's so many.
I know it.
Absolutely.
Every time anybody says Gary Mackey or I see his name, I about start crying again, y'all. After the whole laptop thing, I don't know if all of you know, but Gary Mackey bought me a laptop. Yeah, I was beyond shocked. So, anyway, I will be setting that up and using it hopefully tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it so I can look dead on into the camera instead of looking over here and sitting at an angle. I'm just, ugh. But anyway, so, oh, Gary gifted your mom too.
I know. I love that so much. I'm so excited.
I'm just like, he is just. And then he comes. First of all, he came on here yesterday and also super chatted me, and then also bought memberships, and then bought memberships today too. I'm like, stop it! And he's here in Oklahoma, so I
Oh,
might be
that's
like,
even sweeter.
knocking on his little door, being like, listen, dude,
Here's a
knock it
rhubarb
off.
pie. Bless your heart.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for picking me to share your story. It means so much to me. It truly, truly does mean so much to me. I just, I
I know
feel
you take
honored.
good care of me, Susie.
Yeah,
You're my auntie, first of all, and I know
yeah.
you would take good
Oh,
care of me.
yeah. Yeah. I'm not one of those like pushy dig and try to get you to say something that's going to make you cry or something. If it makes you cry, I want it to be something that you wanted to say and that it just is emotional or happy or whatever and you just, cried, but not that you were
Yeah.
forced or tricked to say. I've just never done that.
And no.
When I had the newspaper, I didn't do that with people. And if I told them something was off the record, it was off the record. And I still
Yeah.
live by that. If I tell you I'm not going to say something about something, I don't say something about it. It's just how I live my life. So
You
anyway,
have
your
your
mom is
heart
at
on your
home.
sleeve, and that's why I wanted to come here. You make a safe spot for us. So I was
Yeah, that's
very
my
happy
goal.
that even you wanted to know who I was. So
Oh
if it wasn't
wow.
for Eric and you, what was I going to do, you know?
Yeah. Oh man. I just
Superheroes.
anyway. Now your mom is saying bye, sisters. Your mom is also trying to get me this show.
My mom's so pushy. How can you do it with her sister?
She's an honorary mod. She's like an honorary mod. She's down there going, listen, it's enough. Go rest.
Brooke, go to bed, Brooke.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go read my I'm reading a book. It's about a little chubby girl that moves to Australia, y'all. And I figured, chubby girl with a huge Australia, obsession, basically a Bondi, rescue obsession, but on YouTube. I am completely obsessed with those lifeguards. So, like, I woke up this morning and I literally heard myself say Chapo, which is the name of one of the lifeguards. I don't know. I'm obsessed, y'all. I just literally said Chapo.
El Chapo? Are we reading this?
No, not El Chapo. No, this one's like, you don't look nothing like El Chapo. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you, chat. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, replay crew. You all make my day. So I'm gonna go rest because yeah, your mom says you need rest. We both probably do, but I'm getting tired again. Time for a nap.
Mm,
I will see you guys tomorrow. I've got another one planned for tomorrow. We're gonna go a little, not quite as deep. We're gonna take a couple of days of, it's important stuff, but not quite as like heart wrenching as what we've had the last few days. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Brookie.
bye, dear. My auntie.